These brooders are amazing. I couldn't be happier with this company.
We absolutely love these cages.
One at a time, okay, guys?
Hi guys, welcome to another Coturnix Corner Live. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. Joining me today is Jennifer Bryant of Bryant's Roost. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi.
Glad you could join us. Today we're going to be talking about shipping supplies, and how to get your eggs, for those of you who ship, out safely, and how to package them up and whatnot. First off, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Southwest Game Birds and Hatching Time. And why am I hearing you got a fan on or something, Jennifer? I'm hearing a terrible buzz.
Tell me to be still.
Okay, it went away, so let's hope that it doesn't do that again. Shout out to our sponsors, Hatching Time and Southwest Game Birds. Both of them companies do a lot for the channel. They make donations to give away to you guys. Hatching eggs from Southwest Game Birds, and a $50 gift certificate each week from Hatching Time. So we appreciate that. I'm hearing that buzzing again. What am I hearing? Is anybody else, if you could post in the chat room if you guys are hearing, it sounds like static, or... You don't hear that, Jennifer? Oh, it's terrible. Oh, I hold on a minute. Let me, okay, I muted you, and it's gone. So it's probably feedback from the headphones. So we'll be all right once you start talking. But anyhow, where was I? Oh, I do want to say that the Coturnix Kids program is officially back up and running, and we are going to be announcing the first winner next week on August 1st. Yeah, Bob, I hear it too. It's feedback from her headset. The first winner will be announced next week, Tuesday, which is August 1st, and we've got some great sponsors. Where's my sponsor list? Wow, it came back again. Okay, yeah, we're getting really bad feedback. These are the prizes and the sponsors for the Coturnix Kids program. We have Hatching Time donating a 2-unit cage. Jennifer Bryant is purchasing a incubator to send to the kids. They're going to get a Coturnix Corner tumbler. It's a little bit different than the one you're seeing there. We got Thieving Otter Farm is donating hatching eggs, and then the Coturnix Corner community is donating the Tractor Supply gift certificate. And we also picked up a new sponsor, and that is Harvest Homestead. To the kids, the winning kids. So we appreciate all them guys. We are going to be having a live Q&A today. We are going to be doing giveaways. We've got 3 sets of hatching eggs that are going out today. We also have a $50 gift certificate from Hatching Time, and a Coturnix Corner tumbler, which I don't have any right here with me. Oh, here's the tumbler, guys, for the for the kids project. They're getting one of those, but we'll get some Coturnix Corner tumblers made up, and we'll send one out for someone tonight. Hold on, I better write that down or I'll forget it. Okay, Jennifer, I'm going to try to unmute you and see what goes on and how we can get through this. So, Jennifer, if you want to get started, I know you want to talk about some shipping and some new products I believe that you've got.
I do. Can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear anything now.
That's because I muted myself while you're talking.
Okay. If you can hear me fine? Okay, good. So first off, I want to talk to you guys about scammers. So when you order hatching eggs, please check out who you're ordering from. And a good place to start with that is ask them if they're NPIP. Technically, they should be NPIP to ship across state lines. And that's very easy to check by going to poultryimprovement.org and verify that they are NPIP. If you don't care if they're NPIP, then the best you can do is follow up with them, check their Facebook pages, check references. There's plenty of groups on Facebook like Good Egg, Bad Egg, or just Google them. Well, not really Google them, but search them on Facebook and see what comes up. Another thing that you can do is when you look through their pages, if you see a lot of angry faces on the posts that they make, that's like the new signal that they're scammers. So if you see a lot of angry faces, then I would check them out thoroughly to make sure that they're legit. And lastly, do not pay them friends and family. Make sure you pay them through PayPal with the business insurance. Even if you pay the extra 3%, it's well worth it. Or pay with a credit card, because then your credit card will back you up if you don't receive the goods. So that's a good way to check out if they're scammers or not. Next up, ask them how they package the eggs. What you don't want to see is somebody say, hey, I just put them in a carton like this and put them in an envelope and send them to you. They'll be fine. You don't want to do that. Steer very clear of those people. That's not a good thing. And you don't want them shipped in sawdust or just, you want them to put a little effort behind packaging the eggs. Quail eggs are best shipped in foam, but if you get into large eggs like turkey or goose or large ducks, it would be okay to use pool noodles or bubble wrap, things like that. I still am going to recommend foam because, I have that available on my website now. But if they say they ship them in bubble wrap, I wouldn't be opposed to that with the large eggs. The next step is if it's hot like it is right now, you can ask them to put on the box to hold at the post office for pickup so they don't sit outside in the sun and cook all day, or start pre-incubating because it's so hot outside. And if it's super hot, like y'all down in Texas and stuff, you might ask for express shipping and pay the extra dollars to get them overnight so they're not stuck in those hot trucks. Because it's not just the heat where I am or where the shipper is or where you are. It's in that truck in transportation on the way to you. How hot it gets. Think about how hot your car gets just when you run into the store for a few minutes, and then the eggs are sitting in that truck the whole way down there. So think about that when you order eggs in this heat. So what I want to talk about now is the foam and how to go about shipping it successfully. So these boxes are from the post office, and you can get them for free. You would go to USPS.com. You have to set up an account to put in your address where you want them shipped to, and you can get them in bundles of 10 or 25. They'll bring them right to your door for free. You don't have to do anything but order them. And you can get multiple sizes, not just the ones I'm fixing to show you, but there's lots and lots of them on there for whatever you need. The only trick to it is if it's red, you have to pay the priority shipping. And if it's blue, you have to pay for express shipping. If you don't want to pay for those things, then you're going to have to use your own box. Okay. So what I'm going to show you is this is a number 4 box. It used to be called a cube, and the dimensions on it are 7 by 7 by 7, essentially, is what they are. And my foam that I have had cut, you can fit 2 pieces in here snugly. Okay, there's no wiggle room in here at all. And that's what you want. You don't want the egg jostling around in these boxes. You want them to fit in here tightly, okay? This is chicken and turkey egg foam, but this is my quail foam right here. And it fits exactly in here. There's no wiggle room. Sometimes you get foam and you have the extra space you got to fill up on the sides. This is specifically cut to fit this box. The other thing I want to show you is the holes. There's no tearing. Sometimes you get foam and they're not cut all the way through. These you can just push with one finger. Okay, there's no tearing of the foam on either side. All right. Now these little pieces that you took out of the holes, don't throw these away. You're going to need them here in just a few minutes. All right. You can fit 2 foams in these number 4 boxes, okay, of the quail or the chicken and turkey egg foam. Now I want to show you one other thing. This is a medium flat rate box. Ooh, this way. Right here. Can you see it? Missing the camera. There you go. Medium flat rate box. So you get this for free on the postoffice.com also. And you can fit the same. You can fit 2 layers of foam in there with the buffer pad in the middle. All right? So you can get 2 layers in here very easily. And it will close up. All right? But let's just say you want to ship only 1 layer of foam. And I'm going to show you how to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to take the same medium flat rate box. I already had this one folded up. You're going to cut the fold halfway down, all 4 corners, okay? You're going to fold it, cut it halfway down. Then you're going to put it on the edge of your table, and you're going to rebend it. See? You're going to put a new fold in it. See that? Then when you fold it all up, it's going to fold down into a center box. Then it comes from the post office. This is 1 foam thick. Okay? So that's how you fit it for 1 foam so the eggs still don't jostle around. Now you're going to ask me about price on that, right? So I'm fixing to tell you a secret on the pricing. This box is a cube. Now the secret is pirateship.com. And it sounds silly, and it kind of looks a little scammy. It's got a pirate on the front of it with a skull and crossbones, and I think it says "R log me in" or something across the front. It's free, and I promise you it's not a scam. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't get anything from them for telling you. The post office is actually who told me to use them. Now, I figured out the pricing to ship this box to Terry with 3 pounds costs $8.82. If I ship the flat rate box, $16 at the door, but on Pirate Ship, it's $14. Now, you ready for the big secret? This big old box, I can't figure out the camera. See where it says large mailing box right there? It's very important that it doesn't say large flat rate box. It needs to just say large mailing box. And this is the largest box that the post office will give you for free. 12 by 12 by 8. This box shipped to Terry, still 3 pounds, is $9.59. So it is 80 cents more to ship this box than this little box. But the smaller box, the medium flat rate, is $14. It's the dumbest thing I ever seen. But it's the truth. I promise it's the truth. So, now I'm going to tell you how to do this and use these boxes. So you're going to take this big flat rate box and you're going to tape it up with my fragile tape that I sell on my website. See, shameless plug. Okay, you're going to tape it up. Now you've got this big old box, right? And you're just trying to ship this flat rate box, right? You're going to take some air pillows. I can't get the camera right. Take some air pillows that you get for free from all your Amazon purchases. You're going to put in the bottom. Then you're going to put your flat rate box inside of the big box, right? And you're going to get a little bit of extra space. And you're going to put some more air pillows in there. You're going to tape it all up, and you're going to ship it out, and you're going to save $5 on shipping instead of just shipping out the medium flat rate box. So that is the secret. Now, if you do not have any of those air pillows, if you're not an Amazon person like I am and get all those air pillows everywhere, there's another secret. Go to the Dollar Tree and you're going to buy a package of 25 balloons for $1. Well, I guess it's $1.25 now. So you're going to get 25 balloons for $1.25. And then you can just blow them up to fill up the extra space, and it's like a party in a box, and people get excited when they get those boxes and open them. Or the grandkids get really excited when they come over to visit and rate all your shipping supplies. So that is how you do that. The last thing I want to tell you is printing the labels. Now, you have a printer. If you just have paper, that's fine. Just print it off. Use clear packing tape. There's going to be 2 barcodes on that printed shipping label. The post office is now checking both of those barcodes. There's one on the top and there's one on the bottom. And since July 1st, they're being super picky about that. So make sure there's no crinkle in your paper and you put it on there exactly smooth. It's perfectly fine to use printed paper and clear packing tape to put that on there. The next thing that you could do, if you get a little bit fancier, is the Avery labels. There's 2 4x6s on each paper. You just print them off, slap them on there, and go about your merry way. And then if you get super fancy and get a label maker, I got one last week. I would be happy if somebody wanted to come show me how to use it because I've been fighting with it for a week and can't figure it out. So I probably will stick with my Avery labels for right now. So the other thing about Pirate Ship, just plug them for just a second because I'm super happy with them. They integrate to your website for free. So you don't have to copy and paste all the addresses. You can just log in. My website's through Squarespace. You just log in, you hit the Squarespace symbol, and then all my customers are right there. Print off the shipping label. It emails them with a confirmation number. It can't be any easier. I mean, if it's any easier, I don't know how to make it any easier. So, I mean, shipping's pretty easy. It's not real hard. You just got to do it.
I hear you. Okay, guys, I just unmuted myself, so if it gets too noisy, let me know. Hopefully it won't. Am I sounding okay on your end, Jennifer?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, there was one question I had for you, Jennifer. What size foamers do you carry?
Okay, so I have 4 different kinds. I have a small foam for quail. Let me get it out. And it holds 20 eggs on the small one. And the big one holds 40 that fits the medium flat rate box. And then I have a small for chicken, turkey, and duck eggs. It actually holds all 3. And it has 9 holes in it. And it fits the number 4 cube box. And then I have the big one that fits the medium flat rate box. And it has 20 holes in it.
So that new one you got, you said was how many eggs? 40?
This one, okay, the big quail holds 40. The small quail holds 20.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, we're going to go ahead and see if we got some questions over in the chat room. Hopefully we don't get no more mess ups. I got to figure out something because it seems like that air conditioner always makes an issue on my end for some reason. Everything, it's always on my end. Last week, I was using a different software, a free software, and that was really messing up. So I went back to the original software that I was using, and hopefully it'll work out for me. Samantha Stratton says, hello from Michigan. Looking forward to learning tried and true shipping methods. Yeah, guys, I do want to say that most of the... Oh, I hear that static again. Hopefully it won't get too loud. Maybe it's my microphone. If that gets too annoying, guys, let me know. I'll have to shut off the fan. I just shut off the fan. I want to see if that's it. Okay, no, it's not the fan because I'm still hearing it. I don't know what that could possibly be. Hold on a second. When I mute myself, it doesn't go away. When I mute you, Jennifer, it does go away. So I'm going to have you muted until we get a question. Then I'll unmute you. And again, I forgot what I was talking about. All right, let's see. Samantha says, loud fan from someone, but can still hear okay, just a distraction. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing the static too, guys, so. All right, let me get down here to some questions. Yeah, here's a good question. It's not really a question, it's more of a statement. But let me unmute you, Jennifer. It says, a big hello from Southwest Oklahoma, and definitely with this heat, need to keep an eye on egg shipments. What do you do during the really, really hot months?
So this week I had an order go out today, but I won't be shipping the rest of the week. The order I had today went north, so I kind of was comfortable with that.
Right.
The orders I shipped out last week, I put cool packs inside of them.
Oh, do you? Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to increase the size of this so we can read it. That's a little bit better.
Yes.
I figured it out. When you talk, the static goes away. When you're quiet, that's when we get the static. So it must be amping up the background noise because it hears silence, so it wants to increase it. Okay, let's see. Rebecca says... Oh, no, I said that to Rebecca. Sorry. Thieving on her farm says, hey there, friends. Don't have a whole lot of questions so far.
Well, it's not really shipping season right now, so.
Right. Yeah, everything kind of slowed down. Even my sales, my local sales, like to all the feed stores and stuff, they're not wanting any chicks because, they're just feeding them and nobody's buying them. So, yep. Let's see. Heaters Fine Fur says, hello from Pennsylvania. I've learned so much from this channel. So glad my work schedule finally allowed me to get on the live stream. Well, I'm glad you could join us. Jessica says, do you ship year-round?
I do. If you order it, I assume you know what you're doing, and I will ship them out.
Okay. Yeah, I know I haven't really seen it much this year, but last year, especially during the winter, a lot of people were, a lot of the breeders were holding off on shipping because it was so cold. And then I didn't know I haven't been paying much attention this year, but I was wondering if people are doing the same for the heat.
Well, I'm being more cautious which way I'm going. Like the one today went north to Maine, but like I probably wouldn't ship into Texas without cold packs.
Right.
So if you're down south, you might want to pay the little bit of extra for express shipping, just to get it there faster.
Mm-hmm. S.C. Ravens Ridge says, howdy from Virginia. Getting eggs in the mail is my favorite thing, but also gives me so much anxiety. I hear you. Aaron says, question, Terry, will this info be somewhere we can read it later? Well, you can rewatch the live stream. The live stream's always there. Carrie Vera says, thank you very much for this. Amanda says, I love the balloon idea. Thank you.
I had somebody that I shipped to, and I think it was Wyoming or Montana last year, and they said their dog just got so excited when all those balloons fell out of their box and just had a grand.
Oh, I can imagine. Happy Ridge Homestead says, love the USPS tips and tricks. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jessica says, these are awesome pointers. Thank you so much. Jeannie Palmer says, funny story on shipping with balloons. I did that. Customer called to say she was called to the post office security, had been called in. Apparently a balloon or two popped, causing quite a stir. That would be funny. Adolph says, great shipping tips. Hey, Jones in house says, hey, Jennifer and Terry, checking in from the northeast tip of Ohio. Thanks for doing the show. Absolutely. It seems like lately I've been having nothing but issues with the broadcast, mainly because, for the past couple of weeks I've been trying a different software. Now I'm back to this software and I got sound issues. So unbelievable. Carrie Vera says, where's the best place to purchase the foam?
From me on my website.
What is your website?
BryantsRoost.com.
That works.
And you can get the shipping tape there too. I didn't really say anything about that, but I had ordered it in to take out a step. It says fragile on it, so you don't have to order extra stickers and stuff. Just
right.
Taping stickers together.
That's the one thing I never do is put fragile or anything like that on a shipping box. It just seems to me like that's an invitation to see how hard they can drop kick it, And my wife used to work at the main post office where they do all the transfers and stuff, and she said it's terrible. The people there have no appreciation for eggs.
I don't mark my hatching eggs, and that's why I like the double boxing myself, is because that way if the outer box does get damaged, the eggs are still in the inner box.
Right. Superhero Quail says, where do you buy your foam?
BryantsRoost.com.
There you go. Jennifer says, do you have a windsock for your microphone? It's not a microphone issue. It's her headphones are trying to amp up the volume when she's not talking. That's what we're hearing, is that excess feedback. Question, I may have missed it, but where do you get the foam, and can you get it uncut?
Well, mine is cut, and it is, you can buy it on BryantRoost.com. If you're wanting uncut foam, I see a lot of people buy mattress toppers. Seems to be the cheapest way to buy that.
Okay. Adolph says, what's the best time of year to buy hatching eggs?
I would say when the temperatures are anywhere from 30 to 70 to 80 maybe would be the ideal time. Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, spring seems to be the biggest time when people are ordering eggs. They're just coming out of winter. Everybody wants to hatch out chicks, for the new year. And then, like you said, once it starts getting hot, things slow down. People don't want you shipping. So, yeah, I would think springtime would actually be the best. Amanda says, is there a way to customize the egg quantities like a foam puncher?
So, like, are you saying, like the foam that has 20 holes in it? On my website, you could order a dozen eggs. I would just punch out 12 eggs, or a couple extra. Or you can buy 18 eggs, so I would just punch out 18 holes. Just because there's 20 holes there or 40 holes there doesn't mean you have to punch them all out.
Right. I think she's talking about if you had a blank piece of foam. And yeah, you can do that. I've seen people build presses using PVC tubes, and they just press it down. Those tubes punch out the foam. I was going to build that one at one time, but I found that you don't save any money, buying the blanks and then punching them out. Between your time and all that, you might as well just buy them already pre-punched. Let's see. Oh, okay. Jeannie says, that was me from Southwest Oklahoma. Popped over so you know who you're speaking to. I appreciate that. JJ will always talk to more. He says, you are brave to build your own incubator. Actually, there's one right here on the channel that's real simple to build. Anyone can build it. It doesn't take a whole lot of tools or anything. I mean, you can build it with I think most hand tools you need to be like a utility knife or a jigsaw, something like that to cut the foam with. But all right, you got to talk, Jennifer. You're starting to. Are you not hearing the feedback on your end?
I hear nothing on my end.
Really? Yeah. When you talk, the feedback goes away. That's funny.
Well, I can talk. I have to get the gab. I can talk all day if you want to talk about birds and stuff.
Well, we just got to keep you going. Kat wants to know, what's the lowest temperature you can ship in, or you ship in?
I don't think I would ship if it was any less than, say, 30 degrees here, only because the birds get stressed really cold and the fertility could drop. And it's just not going to be a good situation if you're not happy with the fertility rate, or, the eggs freeze on the way. So personally, I like it above freezing and below boiling hot.
Yep. Amanda had basically the same question. Best advice for shipping in mid-winter? Do you pack any different in the wintertime?
No, I don't really pack any different in the wintertime. Now, here right now, when it's so hot, I am putting, Amazon is actually sending me these Cool Pack foam things in my orders from them. So I'm saving all of those and kind of putting them around my inner box. So I think a little styrofoam cushion in there is probably helping maintain temperature. I shipped some to Oregon just a few weeks ago, and she had a really good hatch rate. Okay. And I used those packs in there.
Somebody's wanting to know where to get information. I'm going to put it's bryantsroost.com, right?
It is.
Okay, there's the link to Jennifer's website. I take it everything is over there as far as everything you have available. Okay.
Yeah.
Carrie says, where do you recommend starting egg sales? I don't know if she's talking about hatching eggs versus eating eggs or what.
To start selling, you just start locally, like on Craigslist and local Facebook groups, and you just start working out from there. I don't honestly sell a lot locally, but I mean, I will if somebody hunts me down and wants some, but I don't really advertise locally.
Okay. I'm opposite. Most of my sales are local and within the state of Florida. And another thing, Carrie, if you're shipping across state lines, I don't know what state you're from, but definitely check because you're supposed to be NPIP certified to ship across state lines. You don't want to get in trouble for that. Hey, Abrams Homestead's in the houses. Hello all from Abram Homestead in Tennessee, Jennifer and Terry. Glad you could join us, man. Let's see. Clinton, just so you know, I had to cover my bees tonight because mosquito control is out and spraying again. Those guys are crazy. They're scared of malaria. Who'd have thunk? Let's see. Bean Farm says, Bryant Roost sent me some shippers. I'll do a review. There you go.
Yep.
I did too. As a matter of fact, guys, there's a video, I don't know, 2 or 3 videos back. Jennifer sent me some foam, and we did a brief video on shipping and whatnot. So check that out. JJ Willow says, Coturnix Corner, everyone seems to be having troubles with live shows. Yeah, figures. Jeannie Palmer says, oh my gosh, Terry, no lie. Fragile seems to be a challenge to see how much punishment one box can take. Yep.
I have a repeat customer that I ship to in South Texas, and I actually triple box theirs. They have put forklift forks through the outer box on theirs. They still hatch, but I do triple box their stuff now.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got a Facebook user here. Oh, if you're on Facebook and you want your name visible, you need to go up to the top of that post, and there will be a link. Just click on that link. Give Facebook permission to share your name and your icon, your profile icon. But Facebook user says, hi. Another hi from Virginia. I caught the last live stream. What happened to it? Caught the last live stream, and have been watching more Coturnix Corner on YouTube. I like to think it's helping save Rebecca from my 1,000 questions. My first quail eggs go into lockdown starting Sunday. I don't have any eggs to ship, but I'm enjoying the info. That egg foam is a godsend. I've seen USPS drivers throwing boxes, so it was scared my Thieving Otter Farms eggs weren't going to make it. Yeah, I hear you. I hate it when I come home. If I'm not home when they deliver the shipment, they just leave it out on the front porch in the blazing 97-degree sun. Unbelievable. See, Spencer said I had a box get rained on, and being double boxed saved the eggs from getting wet. Yeah, that's another good reason for it. Jeannie says, I like to hatch very early spring so the chicks can adjust as the temperatures outside heat up. By May and June, we're in the hundreds. Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's 95 in my barn right this minute.
Is it? We hit, well, our regular temperature was 97, and our heat index was 115 today. It was hot. Jessica says, questions. Go ahead. Do you want to say something, Jennifer?
I had to put sunshade on my greenhouse today because my tomato plants were burning.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, Jessica says, question, when you pack the eggs for this blistering summer heat, how many ice packs do you place and where do you place them?
So since I double box, I put the ice bags in a Ziploc bag on top of the inner box in between some air pillows. So they just kind of keep that dead space in the middle cooler for as long as possible. And I tend not to take my boxes to the post office until the afternoon because they don't pick them up till 4 o'clock anyway here. So there's no real rush. There's no reason for them to sit down there and heat up all day.
Abrams Homestead says, at Thieving Otter Farm. And Terry, we need to get Jennifer into bees also.
No, thank you. I stepped in an anthill this morning, and it's not a good day to talk about bugs for me. So.
Are they fire ants?
Yes, I'm sitting here while I'm talking to you, scratching my ankle.
Let's see. Amanda says, thanks, Terry. You totally nailed the question. I didn't even know I was asking. Saving money making your own foam punching press.
By the time
Yeah,
you buy foam, I don't know that you're going to save any money. Foam's expensive.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either because to build the press alone, that's quite a challenge. I mean, you've got to make the press the same size as your foam. You've got to space your PVC tubes correctly so your eggs got an equal amount of foam in between each other. So yeah, it's not worth it. I was going to do it, and I thought, no, that's a project I don't even want to take on. Okay, we got another Facebook user. Says, thank you both for all this great information. I've learned to watch the videos, and this group is so helpful. Now I know the question to ask about how others ship eggs. Tucking that away if I ever want to ship eggs. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Yeah, you guys can hit that thumbs up. We've got 36 people out of 65. Well, I kind of expected more people to be in here today. Superhero Coil says, do any of the eggs or foam get wet from the cool packs? Do you pack the cool packs in a special way? I think you already answered that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You found your queen? Congratulations. Yeah, send me a pic. I'd like to see her. Okay, Kat says, question. I hadn't considered lower fertility rates when the temps drop. Terry and others, is this something you have noticed? I normally don't really get eggs when it gets really, really cold. Actually, I don't get eggs that much unless people like Jennifer and Rebecca just want to send me some. So, but I haven't really noticed that big of a drop in fertility just due to weather, unless the eggs get cooked or something. No, I haven't really noticed it.
Well, at Christmas when we had that polar vortex thing come through here and it was so ridiculously cold, my birds got super stressed because the water systems got frozen and my freeze plugs blew out. It was just a nightmare. So for a couple of weeks after that, it took a couple of weeks after that to kind of get them back going again.
Okay, Mike John says, Terry, do you sell eating eggs in Florida? I do when I have them available. For the most part, I've been hatching pretty much everything that I produce, well, up until now, to sell to local feed stores and whatnot for resale. But I used to have a really good market for eating eggs, but I haven't done it a whole lot lately. So, but yes, I do sell eating eggs. Let's see. Oh, here's a good question. Wanda Lee says, do you weigh your eggs as you package and only send out certain weight and check for hairline cracks?
I do not weigh my eggs that I send out, but I handle probably 1,500 eggs a week. So I only send out, how do I say that? I know what the eggs should look like, and that's the ones I send out. Anything that is too big, like a double yolker, I just set them aside and I bring them in the house. And if they're too small, then I just keep them here. Either I have some people that buy for pickling and some different things, and so I have different, I guess, sortings that I do. I do not candle for hairline cracks because we're talking literally thousands of eggs going out of here. Right. Or being set. I just can't do that.
Yeah, it'd be easier to replace the eggs.
It would, and because I hatch so many, I mean, I probably hatch 600 to 700 a week. I know what my fertility is, and where I'm having problems because I hatch by the I call them stacks. I use the hatch and time cages, and so I call them stacks. And each tray is from a different stack. So if I'm having problems, I can narrow it down pretty quickly.
Cool. Carrie says, I have a friend that works for USPS, and she said that fragile and no x-ray are a waste. They throw most packages, and when they say no x-ray, it makes them want to x-ray to see what's in there. Yeah, my wife said the same thing, that they're pretty rough on packages. Superhero Quail says, do you pay higher shipping fees if you double box because the box is a little heavier?
It's really not any heavier. So it depends on where you are. Now, if you live in Oregon, your shipping is just crazy high. I don't know what it is about Oregon, or Southern California, or El Paso, Texas. Everybody else seems to have normal shipping rates, but those three places are crazy high. But if you're within 3 to 5 pounds, you're just talking about pennies. It doesn't make that much of a difference.
Right. Okay, looks like we got a bunch of people coming over from Facebook over here, so I can see who they are. Rebecca says, Jennifer, are you selling your kits yet?
I have everything together, but I don't have it on the website yet because I'm getting custom boxes put together to ship out the foam, and they're not done yet from the manufacturer.
What do the kits consist of?
They're just going to be probably 11 sets of foam, and each set is one piece that has the holes in it, and then 2 of the half-inch pieces, and then one roll of tape.
Okay. Carrie says, I'm super excited to start raising quail. This channel has been super helpful. I am wondering if quail math is as real as chicken math. I can tell you it's an addiction.
I can tell you I have over 1,000 birds on this property right now.
Oh my God. That's too many for me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
JJ Willow says, I got cracks from both my shipments. They are rough on packages here. One cracked egg hatched, and it was the meanest bird I had, so it's not worth hatching cracked ones. Huh.
It was just ticked off, huh?
Chad says, just got my incubator set up, so hopefully I can find eggs this weekend. This channel is way underrated. My family and I are not only doing this for a hobby, but a huge prepper item as well. Thank you both. Absolutely. Glad you're enjoying the channel. Sean says, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think a lot of people are going to be moving to quail for fresh meat in the next few years.
Yeah, I just butchered up 50 birds yesterday morning. And I probably got another 50 in there that need to be done probably tomorrow. Sean says, which one would you prefer, pick up at the post office or delivery to your home?
I think that's going to depend on your post office and your neighborhood and your situation. I mean, I live out in the boondocks, and my mail lady is my neighbor, so she just brings my stuff to the door.
Nice.
She has ducks, so we just stand out there and talk for a while.
Yeah, I usually, unless the weather's really bad, I'll usually just let them deliver it right to the house. A couple times I've had them call me, at the post office and say, hey, we got your eggs here, and I didn't even realize they were coming in. So, let's see. Chris says, we've switched from ducks and chickens to raising quail. Quail seem to be much easier. I'm loving the variety of eggs. Yep. Jeannie Palmer, the same way?
Yeah, they're by far easier.
Yep. And it's nice that they grow out so fast. Yeah. Jeannie says, I'm really preferring quail over chickens this year. I meant to ask you, Jennifer, how is that incubator experiment you were doing coming?
Well, I finally got all the borrowed ones cleaned up yesterday, and I have all the data together. So now I just got to sit down and write the paper.
Oh, okay. So you've actually already done the hatch and everything?
Everything's
cool.
done. I just got to finish it up.
I'll be interested in seeing. Well, you're going to come on live anyhow and let us know, right?
Yeah, I will. I'll try to get some earbuds before then.
Yeah, that might help a little bit. They're pretty cheap. I think I got mine on Amazon for like $12. You know, they're just some cheapos.
This is not something I think about.
Yeah. Trucker Planet says, I've noticed a lot more and more posts on Craigslist of quail eggs, chicks, and breeding pairs, so definitely people are moving into quail. I agree. JJ Willow says, I've processed a few quail, but have yet eaten one. My hubby isn't game to try them, and I'm not cooking 2 dinners. I also told him they have to taste better than squirrel. I barbecue mine, and I love it that way. I mean, and my wife deep fries the legs. We separate the legs from the breast. She'll deep fry the legs, and that's like a treat to me, you know, like chicken nuggets or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're good. Let's see. Dane Padgett says, hello from Georgia. Sorry I'm late. Maybe you already answered this, but where's the best place to get shipping foamers?
Bryants.com.
There you go. T-Ham2? I don't know how, I can't say that, whatever. Quail are so easy. I'm ready to butcher and start breeding my first set. Those eggs were from Amazon, less than 50% hatch rate. All different kinds, not what I expected. May get different ones to breed. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
If you're wanting to do for meat, then I would suggest the jumbo pharaohs are just the easiest, and just find somebody that specializes just in them, which is what I do. That's pretty much all I have.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm getting down to is just a couple of color varieties that I've worked into jumbos, and then the jumbo pharaohs. That's pretty much all I'm going to work with from here on out.
Well, I do have an Egyptian line. I'm going to start shipping those come August.
Oh, yeah? I may get some of them from you because I do have a jumbo Egyptian line that is kind of narrow on the bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron says, I really love my hatching time incubator. Needs to put some quail eggs on it. Bought it because of Terry's reviews. Are you telling me you want some eggs? Want some?
Well, I have 2 of those incubators, and I'm going to tell you a secret. You know that the incubator experiment. You know which way that's going to kind of slide. Mm-hmm. I mean, the hatching time incubators are they got it narrowed down.
Yep.
You know. Yeah.
Every time somebody asks me, I tell them they're set it and forget it incubators. You know, once they're dialed in, they work great.
They do, but I did learn last weekend that little ceramic disc on the mister goes out. I didn't even know about it. But super easy to replace and back up and working in about 10 minutes.
I don't even use that humidity system anymore. I took that plastic container off the side and put a piece of tape over the hole, and I don't use any water at all for the first 14 days. And then when I go into lockdown, that little black tray they give you, I fill up 2 of those rails, and it's perfect. Brings me up to about 65%. But yeah, I know what you mean. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, somebody told me that theirs actually burned out, and Hatching Time sent them a replacement for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That brings us down to the bottom of the list, so we are going to pick some winners. You got anything else that you want to throw in, Jennifer? While I'm hunting for... Well, just talk for a little bit. I got to find... yeah, you said you're good at talking, so...
So the only thing I didn't really talk about was my chicken foam, the bigger hole foam, not the quail foam. So we found out a nifty thing. I picked the right foam apparently. So this is a turkey egg, and it fits right in there and holds it, and it sticks in there. And a chicken egg, same size hole. And a large, extra large goose egg also fits in there. A friend of mine brought a goose egg over. Hers fit in there. So if you have other poultry that you ship eggs out on, and instead of having like 6 different sizes of foam, this one size might work for all of your non-quail eggs. So you may try that out.
Cool. Let's see. Heater says, highly recommend Terry's homemade incubator design. Holds temps better than any other incubator I've tried. I've got over 200 bob whites hatching in it right now. Cool. I should have sent you one of them to test out. That would have been neat. Put that in your little test thing. Cat says, question. Not on the shipping topic, but was wondering if anyone feeds any special ratio of protein to their meat birds. I butchered a few 11-week-old birds, and there was a shockingly amount of fat on them. Yep, I tell people once they start laying, cut back on that protein, because that's what it does. It builds up that fat quick.
Well, I think anything over 8 weeks, you're just feeding them to feed. You might as well go ahead and butcher them.
Yep. The ones I butchered yesterday were 7 weeks old. You know, that extra week's not going to gain that much. So, I can't pronounce this. Dragon says, I have a question about the hatching time cage. How many jumbo birds are supposed to fit in each cage? They seemed real crowded with 3 in each cage, so I currently have them each in their own cage. I know you use hatching time.
Oh yeah, I have four in each cage, and I weighed some of my hens last weekend. I moved all my birds last week and pressure washed all my cages, and so I weighed some of my hens as I was putting them back, and several of them topped 14 ounces, and I still have 4 in there.
Yeah, you don't take the center dividers out?
I do not.
No.
I
keep usually 18 in each, the whole unit, three individual cages. So it would be 16 hens and 2 roosters.
Yeah. All my cages are numbered so that I can keep track of them at hatch. That way, if I know if I'm having any issues anywhere.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I have 2 racks of cages that have all the dividers in them, but most of my cages that I'm using for eggs, I pulled all the dividers out.
I'm up to 9 stacks. I've lost my mind.
All right, we're down at the bottom of the list, and we're perfect timing, 8:00. So I'm gonna announce our winners. If your name is called, I need you guys to email me at Terry. Let me put that up there at coturnixcorner.com. If I can spell it correctly. And give me all your shipping information. I need a good address, obviously. So name, phone number, address, and make sure that the email that you're sending it to me from is a good email. Because usually the shippers will send you a shipping notice with your tracking number and whatnot. Okay. The tumbler, the Coturnix Corner tumbler that I don't have, but it kind of looks like this, is going to Bob Cole. The $50 gift certificate from Hatching Time is going to Carrie Vera. And Bryant's Roost has donated a 36 count, right?
Yes.
That's going to go to Kevin Tabor. So, Kevin, make sure you email me all your stuff. Heather Lawless, you're going to get some eggs from Thieving Otter Farm. And Samantha Stratton, you are getting eggs from Southwest Game Birds. So everybody make sure you send me your shipping information, and I will forward that to the people that need to have it. Here's a question. Tracy wants to know, what do you use to write on the eggs to know which birds they come from?
If I'm writing directly on the eggs, I just use a permanent marker.
Sharpie.
But yeah, if I'm doing it, I have the baskets for the hatching time. They have different size baskets for individual hatching, and I use a lot of painter's tape. The purple painter's tape, I can write on it, stick it on the basket, and put it in there, and that tape just follows the chicks as they get moved around.
Right. Did you, by any chance, get one of their HT series of hatchers?
No, I have the 180s. I have 2 of the 180s.
Okay. If you're hatching a lot of eggs, that HT, I think it's the HT 350. It'll do 350 chicken eggs or 1,000 quail eggs, and it's nice. I mean, there's so many boxes, the little hatching boxes, and the hatching trays that come with those are a lot nicer than what you get for the incubators. They're really deep. They're a lot thicker plastic.
Yeah, I'm running out of space. I got 2 DQFs out there too, though.
Right?
Yep.
All right. We got a whole bunch of congratulations for the winners. Jeannie Palmer says, Jennifer, thanks so much for sharing your knowledge. Been a great live. Yeah, with the exception of all the nonsense going on with technical issues and whatnot. No, we'll get it straightened out. Yeah, I'll send you a pair of earbuds.
Okay.
That way we don't have to deal with it next time. All right, that brings us down to the bottom of the list. Anything else you want to add before we pull the plug?
No, just follow my Facebook page. I would really appreciate it, and check out my website.
Okay, not a problem. All right, guys, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. With the exception of a few glitches, it went okay. Join us next week, Tuesday. We will be announcing the first winner of this year's Coturnix Kids Project. And I do want to say that we got all the sponsors set up to where they're committed for 1 year. So the project's going to be, going on for a year at least. So thanks again for joining us, guys. We'll see you next week, Tuesday. Have a great week and a safe weekend. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.